Today we'll talk about common mistakes men make that cause a woman to lose interest in you, though she could have been interested in sex and relationship with you. Some of these mistakes even happen after you've kissed her. Everything seems to be heading toward intimacy, but suddenly it falls apart. Men often beat themselves up thinking, what went wrong? Everything was going so well, and then she lost interest. In this video, you'll gain insight into female psychology and learn how to behave in a way that increases a woman's interest and attraction toward you. The first key factor that determines whether a woman feels attracted to you is how she perceives you, as a strong man or a weak one. Many men don't fully understand what these terms mean. As a psychologist who has counseled countless women, I've developed a clear understanding of what women interpret as weakness and strength. In just a moment, I'll explain how to project strength instead of weakness so that women naturally fall for you. But first, here is an important observation. The more mistakes you make that portray you as weak, the faster a woman's interest fades. And this happens automatically. For women, attraction and love operate differently than they do for men. For men, yes, for us, physical appearance is crucial. We are biologically wired this way. A woman's body signals her ability to carry, deliver, and nurture a child. A young, healthy body fits this role better than one with significant excess weight or advanced age. Because of this, our brain evaluates a woman's body and we instinctively feel either attraction or indifference based on her perceived reproductive fitness. This process applies even if you're only looking for casual sex, not planning to have children. Our instincts still drive the selection process. For women, a man's body is much less important. After all, men don't have to carry a child. Instead, women's instincts focus on a man's personal qualities and character. These traits either trigger her attraction and feelings, or they don't. The weaker she perceives you, the faster her interest fades. Now, let's break down the mistakes that women intuitively see as signs of weakness and how you can avoid them. The most obvious way men project weakness is by adopting a victim mentality. What does this mean? It's when a man reveals his vulnerabilities and shows that he is unable to handle challenges. For example, if a woman says that she can't meet up and the man starts pleading, "How about the day after tomorrow? Okay, when can you meet me?" Women see this behavior as a sign that the man has nothing better to do, that he is too attached, and that he's trying to force her into a meeting at any cost. A strong man, on the other hand, demonstrates a full independent life. He reacts calmly and says, "That's fine, another time." He's focused on his own interests, hobbies, and goals, and the woman respects him for this. The second mistake is bragging. Many men want to impress women. However, when they try to do so by bragging, it has the opposite effect. Women see this as insincere or even desperate, which lowers her respect for the man. Instead, weave your accomplishments naturally into the conversation. For example, create opportunities for her to ask about something and then share your achievements. Confidently but casually. Don't bombard her with information without context. It will come across as bragging and turn her off. Next mistake. Always agreeing with her. Women know it's impossible for two people to agree on everything, but if a man is afraid of upsetting her, he may start agreeing with her on every point. And this is unnatural. Women then suspect that he's either hiding his true opinion or trying too hard to please her. You don't have to agree on everything. At the same time, don't argue unnecessarily. Express your opinions calmly and confidently. Sincerity is attractive. Women appreciate men who stay true to themselves instead of trying to win approval at all costs. By the way, sometimes women can ask you questions that catch you off guard. For example, men often ask me, what should I say if a woman asks how long have I been without relationships? Or another example, what if she asks me about my hobbies and I don't have any interesting ones? I just like playing video games and watch movies, which doesn't sound appealing. If you're embarrassed about something and a woman asks about it, stumbling over your words or mumbling will make things worse. So what should you do? For example, one man told me during a consultation, I haven't been in a relationship for years, and I don't know how to answer when women ask about it. I asked him, what have you been focusing on during those years? He replied, work, my career, and personal growth. I suggested he say something like this. For the past 5 years, my relationship has been with my work. I've been building new projects and exploring new direction, which took most of my energy. I went on some dates, but I didn't have time for serious relationships. See the difference? Instead of just admitting I haven't been in a relationship for years, you turn it into a little story that highlights your ambition and priorities. Similarly, if you're embarrassed about your hobbies, like playing video games, don't hide it. Instead, present it positively. For example, after work I love watching a good series or playing some games. It helps me recharge and find inspiration for my job. By framing your hobbies or situations in a positive light, you can make them part of your story and show qualities like focus, ambition, and self-awareness, traits women find attractive. Another common mistake is asking closed-ended questions like, where are you from? What do you do for work? Or how do you spend your weekends? These questions lead to short answers and the conversation fizzles out quickly. Instead, ask questions that encourage her to share more about herself, evoke emotions, and dive into enjoyable memories. Many men don't understand how to create engaging conversations with women. That's why I've covered this topic extensively in my Telegram channel. Check out the link in the description or pinned comment to find my post on how to create a strong emotional connection on a first date. And when you know how to create this emotional connection, such problems as awkward silences doesn't happen anymore. I mean, it doesn't happen so often, because it's important to understand that pauses are natural, even between people who've known each other for years. The key is not to panic. If you stay calm during a pause, the woman will feel comfortable too. Remain confident and either say something when it feels natural or wait for her to speak. If you start panicking or scrambling to fill the silence, she'll notice and perceive you as insecure, someone who's afraid of losing her and desperately trying to impress her. This damages her perception of you. Okay, so let's discuss another major attraction killer that ruins men's personal life. It is emotional dependence. If you come across as overly attached, wanting to be with her at any cost, it appears weak and unreliable. The main reason men become emotionally dependent is falling for a woman before having sex with her. This often happens when a man doesn't know how to flirt or escalate things sexually. Instead, he spends time with her like she's a friend or sister. He falls for her beauty, but she doesn't develop feelings because he doesn't behave like a romantic partner. If this resonates with you, check out the posts tagged flirting on my Telegram channel. You'll learn how to introduce sexual undertones into your interactions, so she feels attracted and aroused. I also recommend watching my video on how to talk to women on dates and online, so they'll want to sleep with you without any courting. If the video is live, you'll find it right here. If not, it's coming soon, so subscribe and stay tuned. See you in the next video and on my Telegram channel. Take care.